When it comes to discussing the realities of parenting, you can expect some sensitive material and occasional profanity.
Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Anonymous Mom, a podcast where two childhood friends reconnect to discuss mom life, adulting, and everything in between. We're going to start off this podcast with something we've asked ourselves every day: to shave or not to shave?
That is the question. Do you remember when you started shaving?
To be honest, no, I don't remember when I started shaving. I have blonde hair, so I didn't have to start as early as everybody did. But I do remember having a good friend and she started shaving. And I think I started shaving because she started shaving.
That is so funny because I have vivid memories of these old Bic razors in my mom's. They seem to be like old razors too. I don't know. I might have to ask her some questions, but it was just a pile of old Bic razors. And I want to say it was 6th grade when I first did.
I think so. I played soccer.
Mm-hmm.
We were in shorts, and I just remember thinking, like, okay, if they're doing it, I'll probably. I mean, I was such a follower back then that I was like, well, if you're doing it, I'll do it.
Everybody was a follower.
So I think I was just like, oh yeah, like I'll start shaving. I don't remember when I started shaving my bikini line. Do you?
I feel like I almost did around the same time because it was like, there's hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I got to get rid of all the hair.
I had a swimming pool growing up too. And I don't remember if I grew like a lot of hair. I don't know. Like now I feel like I could never not shave my bikini line.
But I never do, but I'm also single and don't care.
But I'm talking like, I feel like I only do it when I'm going on like a boat or something like that, or I'm going to go swimming. Like, I feel like that's really only the time. I mean, I do, I guess, but that's the time where I'm like really conscious of, and like, that's where when I was talking to the girls, they're like, oh yeah, I shave every day. And I'm like, you shave every day? They're like, oh
every day?
Yes. So you were in the shower for quite a long time, right? And
everything. They shave everything?
Yeah. Arms, not arms, like legs. Okay, that's going to be a whole nother thing.
Yeah, legs. I do want to get to arms.
Yes. I'm like legs and bikini line and armpits. I'm like, I shave my armpits. Yes, probably like every other day. Like, but I feel like, do I have hair there? Do I not have hair there? But I don't shave my legs every day. And I only shave just above the knee. And I just found out that's like.
I think that's so funny. That is such a 1950s.
Yes, I know. But like, I only have like little fuzzy hair on my thighs. So like, I don't, but then like.
Why would you shave if you didn't have to?
Exactly.
Like, don't be ashamed that you're not shaving. Nobody should be shaming you that you have blonde hair and you don't need to shave.
Exactly. Right. And so, yeah, I can't imagine having to do that every day.
Well, and my mom is basically hairless. So she was always like, why are you shaving? Like, you don't need to shave. And it's like, I'm not hairless like you.
Yeah. We weren't blessed to be hairless.
Yeah. I was not blessed with that part of your genes. So I shouldn't say I have to. That's the other thing is, societal pressure, but I do like having shaved legs. And I'll say though, with my armpits, I go quite a while because if nobody's going to be seeing them, why should I care?
Right. And I wear tank tops all the time. So I think that's why I'm more like aware of, and like, I have my arms up when I'm like, when I'm spray tanning people, like I have my arms up and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, being in a situation where I do see naked women a lot, I think I see a lot of people who don't shave. I think I'm normal because I see people who don't shave all the time. And you're like, some people shave, but we tell you to shave before you get a spray tan. And
also want to have a disclaimer. It's okay. Like, we're not saying you have to shave or that there's something wrong with you if you choose not to shave. You do you.
You're right.
We're just saying this from our perspective.
Yes. I'm not going to lie. I don't really care if my legs are prickly or hairy, but so most of the time I just like that smooth.
It feels nice.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't like, it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about the arms thing because that's one that I kind of feel like, again, I have blonde hair, so I can't imagine having dark hair on my arms.
I do. And, I used to be self-conscious of it, but I guess I got to a point where that's another thing is so much stuff. I don't know if I was talking about this with you, but so much stuff is just so fake. And I mean, we're at the height of it with like Instagram.
Right.
filters and stuff like that, where we have a perceived idea of how certain people look, and it's just not true. And then we feel that pressure, and then like we have to do it. I knew somebody who shaved their arms. The main reason I never shaved my arms is because I was always raised, and tell me if this is wrong, that if you shave it, it's going to grow back thicker and darker. And so I never touched my arms because it's like, sure, my legs, whatever. Everybody does that. But like arms were like,
you don't want that. You don't want to like, so so that is a myth to my knowledge. That'll be something maybe we'll like include in the notes or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that
or a discussion on the group, like if somebody does know
this, I'm pretty sure that is a myth. However, how this got started when we were on our boating thing talking about shaving, because I had such bad razor burn in my bikini area, and I was like, oh my gosh, can you tell? And they're like, I mean, yeah, it looks a little bit like, and I was like, okay. So I'm like,
if they're saying that means it's bad, because normally it's like, well, oh
no, you know some of our girlfriends, like they are blunt, and that's why I love them. Like, don't lie to me, don't tell me what I want to hear.
You should always be soft with honesty.
Exactly. And so they're like, oh, I mean, yeah, I can kind of definitely see like it's irritated. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, how do you guys not have that? And they're like, that's when we got on the discussion that, oh, if you do it every day, your body's less likely to do that because it's not getting clogged. Like the pores aren't getting clogged. So this is just me making stuff up. I don't know if this is true or not, but that's why they want you to exfoliate that area before you shave, because it loosens up all the dead skin that gets stuck by the hair follicle. And that's
before you shave
your bikini area, you should exfoliate it really good.
Okay.
And even with shaving with like a razor, or your legs, excuse me. Yeah. And then exfoliate, I think afterwards. I don't know. But like, I just know that then I did a little like trial and error thing, because I'm like, we're going to try this out, and I'm going to shave.
You ever waxed?
Oh my God. That is a whole nother thing. So I waxed before my honeymoon, and I couldn't walk. Like after the appointment, I couldn't walk because I was in so much pain. It hurt so bad. And
were you walking like a cowboy?
Yes, like that. And then I like couldn't, like it was so tender. And then the second time that I did it was before a big vacation that we had taken. Like, I don't know where we were going, but I did it again. I'm like, and I remember being like, I'm never doing this ever again. And then I did it again, and I already had kids, and I was like, if I had kids, like I can totally get through this. Mind you, I had one on the bathroom floor. So I was like, I can take pain.
Dang. Yeah.
And oh my God, nope. I ended up texting my friend who does the waxing, and I'm like, I'm going to go I'm getting 2 shooters at the liquor store. One when I get there. Then the second one I'm taking when I'm halfway through with my ibuprofen, because I need but then also that makes you bleed. So that's what, because alcohol makes you bleed, you know?
Oh,
so
I didn't even think about that.
God. And and then I think I did it again, but then I did my own waxing before we went on vacation one time.
God, I've wanted to try that. I just think I'm too much of a pussy. I think I would not be able to rip it off.
So I got halfway through and finally like was in tears, and my husband was in the shower while I was doing it. And he's like, why are you doing this to yourself? And I'm like, oh my God. And we have a glass door so he can see me like ripping it off. And he's like, so I'm like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. I'm like, and I can't finish. And he's like, Crystal, you have to finish. And then there's like wax stuck all over. So I was like, okay, you have to come and like rip this off for me. Like just do the 2 other parts. And he's like, and you have to like pull it tight, because that whatever.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, he did. But then it hurt to get like the wax off, because there's like wax everywhere. And I bought the strips. And so anyway, wake up the next day.
Do you remember the brand?
It's the Ashley Graham one. And I would do it again now that I think I had to do trial and error sort of a thing. But I woke up the next morning, and if you do it yourself, make sure you pull your skin really tight, because I was bruised. My whole entire vagina area was bruised. It was so bad.
Well, I feel like too, is that something where the more you do it, the less painful it'll be?
Yes. And I do know that if you wax on a normal basis, like if you go religiously and do like the every 2 weeks, it doesn't hurt as bad apparently. And I think you don't, or you just get numb to the pain. Right. You just get numb, but like then you have to grow it out for 2 weeks. So it's like, I just find that
what's the point?
Right. Like what is the point of actually doing it? Because you're doing it, and then like you have to have 2 week outgrowth to
Yeah, that seems.
So it's like you're only like.
What about those ones, where like you rub it and it supposedly takes the hair off? Have you ever tried those?
No.
I've always been curious about those. That sounds like it'd be painful.
I also want to try the sugar. Have you heard of sugaring?
No.
Like, it's like a sugar. It's on my Instagram feed. I see it all the time. And like, it's a sugar and you like pull it up and it like continually, but then I don't know.
Wait, is it like wax though?
It is kind of like a sugar wax. Yes, it's kind of like a sugar wax or something like that.
What's the laser treatment stuff?
So I remember looking into that a long time ago because my friend worked at a laser place and she's like, I can get you a discount. And I think with my discount, like the friends and family one, it still would have been like $900. I know, but I know people who have done it and they're like, I don't regret doing it, especially like people with darker hair. I have a friend who did it and she actually did her arms because she's got really dark hair. She did her arms, her legs, and her bikini line and her armpits. And she's like, I just never have to worry about it. Like I never have to
those ones at home now that you.
I know. I want to get those. It's like $300, but I would totally.
The thing is, if you don't have to do it anymore, I wouldn't necessarily want to buy it. That seems like something where like you could give it to your friend after, like you should go in on something. So you should go in on it.
That was the conversation we had again at the boating thing. We're like, have you seen that? We're like, we could all just go and like throw in $100 and then we pass it around because it takes a while to do it. And we can just have this like.
I think it's laser. Brilliant community laser device.
Yeah, you just gotta chip it. Let's get a pot going, and we'll all just
start a GoFundMe. Yeah, a GoFundMe for our hair
reduction or hair. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand, especially if I had dark hair.
Yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't get rid of the hair on my arms if I could just get rid of it, but it's not like I don't pay attention to it, and I shouldn't say. I have hair on my arms. It's not like they're covered.
Well, no, and I have, and I don't notice other people's hair on. Like, that's the thing.
No!
Like, I don't notice anybody else's hair.
But we notice it on ourselves.
Right. Yeah. I'm so oblivious to that. And I think, too, it does help that I just see naked bodies all day long. So, like, or I did for a long time. And now I do, like, 2 days a week. But I just don't, like, I don't know. I don't think anything's weird anymore just because.
And at the end of the day, I mean, that's good because nothing is.
No. And
like I said, everything is a construct of what we're fed in a sense of what's. I want to go back to the bleeding because because when I was in high school, we tried Nair and we tried all those things. Anything that came out, I'm sure, like you were with like me, where we tried it.
Right.
Do you remember Apple Stop?
No.
Okay, like go on the drive if you can under the folder for this episode. And I don't know if like maybe that'll trigger a memory. It was on TV all the time.
Okay.
If you don't remember, okay, hold on. I want to share I don't know if I have to share my screen to hear this. No, I do. Actually, if you just click on it,
if I just click on it,
do you see that link?
Yes. Okay, so just play it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And I feel like that should trigger.
That'll trigger
you remembering. I think. I don't know. I remember this commercial so vividly, but I also bought everything from infomercials.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna skip the ad.
Yeah, well, it is an ad. Oh, you mean the YouTube ad? Never mind.
Yeah.
I feel like it was the next step up from Nair.
Oh my god.
It was supposedly better than Nair.
Oh, it's got vitamin E in it.
Yeah, I mean it's healthy. It's good for you if it has vitamin E in it.
Right.
But I tried this in high school and talk about, along with the weird used razors I have to bring up to my mom now, this was a core memory of getting rid of hair that I have. And my mom said, oh, by the way, I told her I was going to talk about this. Before I could even finish, she goes, and are you going to tell them how I told you not to do that? And I was like, yeah, I will.
Yeah, I'll do it, Mom.
She did.
Yeah.
She got to let everybody know. She did warn me.
Yep.
That she was right. So I was like, whatever, I got to try it. I put it on all my legs and it starts burning. And I'm like, okay, well, this doesn't feel good, but I mean, whatever, like it must be part of the process. And finally, I can't take it anymore. And I take it off and my thighs are just bleeding. It's like my thighs were crying. All the pores in my thighs were just bleeding.
Oh,
it was insane.
God.
And I feel like that really deterred me from trying anything.
Anything other than simple razors?
Than just shaving.
Right. Okay. So question. This is another thing. When you shave, do you use shaving cream?
Yeah. Oh, so that's funny. I always have, but then I started realizing those razors, like the Venus, they have those things on the top and bottom. Yeah. And I actually ran out of shaving cream the other day and I didn't use any. And I was like, oh God, I have to use it. But it didn't make a difference at all that I didn't use it. So now I'm like, well, why the fuck am I buying shaving cream?
Right. Okay. So I asked because I never ever used, I would just use like my body wash to shave. So like I'd put my body wash on and then shave. Like I didn't have to. And then talking to other people like, oh my God, you don't get razor burn. I'm like, no, but I also have like blonde, thin hair on my leg, like I don't have like coarse hair. Then I ended up, after doing the spray tanning thing, we now recommend using conditioner.
Oh,
because, or else like your body wash, whatever. But like a lot of the shaving creams have stuff in it that can like take off your spray tan. So we just tell everybody to use conditioner. So I have
like chemicals or something.
Well, it's got like a lot of alcohol and there's sulfates in it and stuff like that. And those can like take off your spray tan. So we always just say get like a cheap conditioner. So like I have conditioner just for shaving.
Interesting.
So instead of buying shaving cream, that's what I use.
Yeah, I mean, cost wise.
Right. And I mean, you can use it as hair conditioner too if you run out of hair conditioner.
Well, the more you know.
Exactly. So
I will try that because I get this like industrial, what's that coconut? It's Moroccan something. I can't remember, but it's like $5 for like a jumbo thing, but it's nice because she is still using kids shampoo, bath combo stuff. It's not like, whatever, I'll just buy a conditioner. So now I'm going to start giving that a whirl. I love I have this amazing sugar scrub with apricot and grapefruit, I think. I'm obsessed with it. And it was even out of stock on Amazon for almost a year. So this brand has different kinds, but this one specific one exfoliates so well. I mean, I put it my whole body, like especially under my armpits before I shave or after I work out and on my legs. But that, I feel like it really makes a difference.
So, okay, going back to the exfoliating your armpits.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, have you guys, and this is kind of going off, but like it's goes to with the shaving thing. Have you ever detoxed your armpits?
No, I've never even heard that.
Okay. So,
but now I want to do it.
Okay. So do you feel like you always kind of have like a smell, like even if you wear deodorant and you perspire, do you feel like you still like have?
Sometimes, but I got that new loom.
Oh, okay. That's like a whole nother.
Okay. Sorry. Now, just because we're talking about this stuff, I got it, but I swear to God, it's like the smell of a vagina, of like somebody trying to cover up the smell of a vagina when you put it on. It's the worst smell ever.
Is it?
But then after you put it on,
it makes your own smell. Like, does it like work with your own?
Yeah, there's no smell. Like, I don't know if it's like one of the active ingredients or something, but I've tried every scent because I wanted to do a travel pack. So I was like, well, let me see what scent I like more because I'm very particular. Every single one has this so I want to find a different, I'm like, I can't deal. Like every time I put it on, it's just like, but then it does go.
Yeah. But then it does go away.
Yeah. For 72 hours.
Oh man.
But is it worth having your day start with that smell? Day?
Yeah. No.
It's just the worst smell ever. But I detox and go on.
Okay. So one thing that you're supposed to do is detox your armpits because from sweating and like hair follicles and stuff like that, like it can hold on to that scent, especially like if you're not using like a natural deodorant, it just like gets stuck, like it's just there. And if you notice, like when you're like washing your armpits sometimes and it doesn't feel like it's clean all the time. So I exfoliate my armpits once a week. Like I use an exfoliator like thing and rub it really good because like that. And then I feel like it actually does get clean, but I don't sweat that much. So maybe that's why I feel and maybe that's why you don't have that. I'm just not a sweater. I wish I was a sweater because I feel like I wouldn't maybe have those, but like, it's almost like it gets like that smell gets stuck in my armpits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, could be. Like I said, maybe try this loom, but I
don't know, but I don't
get over that first.
I don't want to smell stinky vagina every morning before I put it on.
I know it's such a horrible price to pay to not have your armpits smell for like a 24-hour period. But hey, I had it on and I didn't, I shouldn't say 72 hours because I didn't even go that long, but I had it on, went a full next day without showering. after I had showered the first day, and and normally for me, when I tried other natural deodorants, and it was after a few hours where it didn't work anymore.
Yeah, I don't like natural deodorant. As much as I like doing like the natural thing, the natural deodorants is just not my jam.
Yeah. It's hit or miss. I'll tell you that. There is another one I want to try that pops up, and it's going to pop up now because we're talking about this. Yeah. My Facebook is going to just
blow up with razors and shaving cream.
I hope there's a big disposable razor ad that goes on there. Or Apple Stop if they still.
Yeah, it's still going to be. Suddenly it's like all over again.
Yeah, because I tried Nair, I remember, and that didn't make my skin burn. I mean, I do have sensitive skin too, I guess. I should have known better. I mean, my mom's like, I told you.
See, and then that's the thing though, like now I maybe want to try Nair again because it's been so long. Like it's had to evolve, right? So maybe does it work?
I like the idea of us pooling our money to have a communal.
I'm totally cool with that.
Imagine if we could just be rid of it. So this is the other thing I heard though. So you did try the laser stuff, or no, you didn't?
No, I didn't. I was going to, and then like I said, now I'm like kicking myself because yes, $900 is a lot, but like
how much have you spent in shaving?
Right. And like how many times have I been like, oh shit, like we're going to go in the pool today, or we're going to go boating.
I know. I just don't want to have it. And like you said, just the bikini line part.
The bikini line part would be like the most amazing. Then like we have a pool we have an above ground pool in our backyard. And so I'm like, I always feel like, okay, well now if we're going to go swimming, like I have to wear like my swimsuit. That's like the skirt. Because
the skirt. Yeah.
It's not like,
and even though it's just my family. That's the only one I have. It's like, all right. I always like buy things where I don't even have to worry about these hypotheticals.
And just in case.
But what I heard, and because I have never tried it, but some people have said that because there's this idea that it doesn't hurt. But people that I've read who have done the laser say that it's like rubber bands just snapping you.
I mean, I feel like it would have to hurt. Like, how would it not hurt?
Not hurt.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a laser. Like, it's not like it's just going to sit on your skin. And like, personally, and this is maybe bad, but like, I feel like it would need to hurt so I know it was doing something. I need to have the pain to know that it's working.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, even the things that rub on the hair off your, they're like pain free. It's like if you're ripping the hair out of, there's no way.
Yeah,
nothing in life is pain free.
Nothing is pain free.
Oh my Lord. Well, I think that's all the time we have for this week's episode. But like we said, join our conversation because we want to also hear from everybody else on their experiences of shaving, waxing. Apple Stop, please. Anybody else shout out? Let me know if your thighs brutally bled from trying Apple Stop in high school.
If anybody has bought one of those razors or one of those lasers on Instagram, let us know.
Like, yes, let us know which one's the best that we can pull our money.
Yeah. And if you have any horror stories about waxing yourself at home, share.
Yes.
Make me not
I've
feel
always
alone.
Wanted to try it. Yeah. I mean, come on. Everybody, I feel like has done something. Oh, well, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to Anonymous Mom.
Check out video episodes over on YouTube.
Have a question you want answered or a topic you'd love for us to discuss?
Email us at anonymousmompod@gmail.com. Or if you want to remain anonymous, join our Facebook group, Anonymous Mom, where you can post your topic or question anonymously.
Thanks for listening.